couple days after the hurricane. Don Callahan and Frank and Weta Callahan's home. It's what the hurricane's done to it. Yeah, let me get your lighting right here.
What normal get your...
This little knob right here,
Mm-hmm.
if it's too bright or too light, you know, if you're getting too much light.
Well, it's working now?
Yeah.
Well, leave it normal.
I don't know why that's doing that though, seeing it's not turning off.
A.m. August 27th, 1992. Right now I'm watching my brother-in-law Don Callahan and my wife Linda. They're working on their house, which got pretty much devastated by the Hurricane Andrew, which happened on Monday. They're looking at the roof of their house. All that was pretty much left was just the wood. They're putting down some felt that we brought up from a supply place in Cocoa, Florida. If you take a look, you can see that there was a lot of devastation there. All the windows are gone over on Don's side of the house, which I'm looking at right now. I'm gonna move over. This is my in-laws side of the house, Frank and Weta Callahan. They had shutters up on the windows. The windows all fairly survived except for the sliding glass doors, but a lot of work needs to be redone. The fascia on the house is in pretty bad shape too. Looks like trees and whatever had hit it. In fact, they had lime trees that were sitting right up on the house. You can see right there, we're right in that area right there where a tree took off part of it, it looks like. From the center of Don Callahan's property line, I'm looking north and I'm on the east edge of his property. There's his well pump, what's left of it. It was completely destroyed. I'm gonna pan around, working my way towards the west. You can see the destruction that was done. The trees completely blown out. The house is in very bad shape. Okay, keep panning around, trees and everything is pretty much destroyed. I'm gonna keep going. These are all lime trees from Charlie Munz's grove. I'm working my way from west to south. I'm looking south now. Okay, and back, this is the east edge looking the other way on Don's property line. I'm on the north side of Don Callahan's property looking to the east. I'm gonna pan back along his property line. His fence is completely down all the way around the yard, completely down. It's a chain link fence, barbed wire top. I'm gonna look up. There's my wife, Linda Callahan, Shimka, standing on top of the roof. And right now she's nailing in the old felt nails that were up on the roof, trying to get those down so that they can put down some fresh felt just to keep the water from leaking the roof. The house leaks about, this is the good side of the house we're looking at right here, and approximately 90%, 95% of the house, any rain just kind of sifts in right on in through the roof. That's why they have to get the felt, and this is just strictly an emergency action so that they have a livable place, because Miami's pretty much destroyed and there is no habitats to live at. I'm panning to the south of the house, looking down towards Don's section of the house, Don Callahan's section of the house. Looking around, every tree in his yard is destroyed. He had a number of, I think it was sapodillas in the yard. Now I'm looking to the west. Those were Australian pines and lime trees over here. This is looking west right here. Totally destroyed. Not much we can do about this except try to put it back together. Again, over on Don Callahan's side, this would be the north side of his adjoining house to the Weta and Frank Callahan's. There's his air conditioner, which was newly installed this year, completely torn up, laying over on its side. The solar hot water heater on the house, appears there was some damage to that. All the shingles are gone on his whole roof. What you're seeing is the felt and the plywood up from underneath, ripped up. Those doors, sliding glass doors and windows, that's to the bedroom. That one's to their bedroom, master bedroom, blasted out completely by the wind. This was onto their patio, it was blasted out. They had like a TV, it's laying on the ground, broken up. Moving in, and that's about all you can see right there. I'm standing in Don and Bonnie Callahan's north side porch. This is their sliding glass doors, what's left of them. Everything in here was destroyed completely. I'm looking into like their family room. The inside sliding glass doors were also blown apart. Their family room, it's all blown apart inside. Furniture's stacked wherever it can be stacked at. I'm gonna go into the house now. Area of Don and Bonnie Callahan's house. You can looking into the kitchen, into their family room. If you look around, you can see on the sinks, everything blown in, the kitchen window blown in. Come back around over here. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Look over here, the stove and all this, they're here still. Looking at the floor. Let me back up a little bit here. Cabinets messed up. The tops, over the top of the cabinets, blown out. This is like one of those false ceilings, it looks like. Everything's messed up in here. Totally messed up. Take it, the refrigerator's dented up. It's got dents, damage, wires torn out. Refrigerator's completely, you can't use it. Look at Don and Bonnie's family room. I'm looking east from the west side of the house. You take a look. All this was destruction, blown off. They said it looked like a tornado inside of the house with all the pictures and everything flying around in the house. Extremely hard to be in this house. In fact, the family was hiding in the one bathroom which made it. This is all destruction right in here. If this goes too fast, I'm sorry. This is their front door now. Door was blown completely out. This is their wooden front door, oak doors I think. That's what they look like. And they had like a little small patio on the outside, screens ripped out, door bent, you can see it up there at the top. And of course 160-mile-an-hour winds, what could you expect? Standing in Don Callahan Jr.'s room. This would be on the northwest corner of the house. The windows are gone completely, blown out. It's blown out. And glass all over the floor. If you take a look around, you can see, you can hear my feet going through the glass. This is totally messed up in here. Take a look at the windows. There's trees and stuff down outside. It's kind of hard to see a lot of this damage in here, but most of it's on the floor. Let me swing over here again and look. This is a real lucky situation that Don Sr. knew it. Looking at Don Callahan Jr.'s room again. I was showing the window from the inside. This is it from the outside. Blown out. Over here I'm walking over towards the front door, which I also showed you from the inside. Here's the screen door that got pretty well bent up, blown up. Looking through, front door laying on the front porch. Stuff blew right through the house. Right through the house from the yard and everything else. Standing on the west side of the house right now, looking at whatever damage on the roof. There's still a little bit of felt here on the west side, not much. The roof is pretty well torn up, as you can see. We'll move on down. Move on down. Hard to see what all really happened around here. There's Donna's house. She lives down to the south of them. She's been helping out. Let's look down Tennessee. I think this is 167th. If you look down the road, you can see there isn't very many trees standing. Mostly everything's been torn up. I'm going to move off to the west towards the Goldstein's house. This all used to be lush growth. These used to be huge Australian pines, but they've clipped off everything that's broken, it looks like. They possibly could have done that a while back, but I think a lot of this was a storm. If you look over here, you'll see it just blown over and stacked up. Okay. I'm working my way from west up towards the north now. You can see it that way. This all, you didn't used to get much sunlight in here. Now it's all like a desert. Southwest corner of Don Callahan's house. There's Scotty and a friend of his, Scotty Callahan. And you can see all the junk. This stuff came from every grove and nursery around the area, just about. It's all over the grass. A lot of it's the house too. Kind of best to see this thing. I don't see too good, so this all looks fuzzy to me. So I hope it doesn't come out fuzzy on the tape. Place, which is directly to the south of Don's place. Look at her place over here. House looks like it might have withstood a little bit, but take a look at the trees. Those are all full-grown royal palms, one by one, lined up and laying on the ground. Like I said, this place used to have a lot of lush growth. Now it looks like D-Day. I'm glad I don't live here, but I did 3 years ago, and I think the good Lord took care of me by letting me move out. We're on the south side of Don Callahan's property right now. This is our emergency power supply. I bought it about 12 years ago, and right now I've managed today be able to hook up a water pump to it and a freezer. Last night we had the freezer going, but this is all kind of an emergency rig. I ran the cabling into the pump house. There's the pump. I took the 240 off, re-rigged the pump for 110. I'm using kind of a jury rig. Right now his water system is staying pretty much intact, it looks like. We shut off any kind of water supplies or anything else that might have in the house been able to leak. Callahan's roof now. Looking at his side of the house. It was all stripped off by the hurricane. See, that's his solar hot water heater here, that white panel's like, but that's all wood right there exposed. We'll come over here. This is his parent side of the family, completely stripped off. Looks like the wood is still there though, at least. They're getting the felt in on the other side right now to try to protect it. I'm going to pan around, give you a panoramic view of the area. So you can see what I'm saying. It's like, it looks like a desert out here. I hope that these pictures come out and they show pretty much what we see. Looks pretty tough, doesn't it? Everything's just stripped down, completely stripped down. This is almost going to be a 360-degree angle. We're looking all the way around. Houses are not quite as damaged right there. That looks pretty bad right over in that area. Looking, looking, looking. I hope the reason this looks so out of focus is because of my eyes.
This is